Yo, what's up with it? What's up with it? What's up with it? Y'all already know what time it is. We back up in here live. Y'all know what it is on this good Sunday. I know a lot of you guys out here watching that football game. That's what's up. You guys representing your city, your state, or whatnot. Do your thing. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Kansas City started around 3 something. So I said, let me go ahead and get this out the way real quick. But y'all know what time it is, man. You dig? Wrists, elbows, knees, feet, shin, and everything to the back of her neck. Holding her down, locking her down, submerging her down that game. Please like, share, subscribe, fellas. As soon as we done with the video, piping hot status, you're gonna get it down your phone into your ear, all ear candy game. Yeah. Get at the Patreon, the Cash App, and the Rumble. It's that the links are definitely in the chat. On Rumble, fellas, give me up to 5 subscribers or better so we can go live. 5 subscribers or better so we can go live. You dig? Like, share, subscribe. Fellas, fair use and enjoy the show. Get at me on the Gmail just as well. Y'all already know what time it is. Get at me on the Gmail just as well. Y'all already know what time it is, fellas. Look, check this out. Now it's the real Remy Ma, the real Remy Ma, the real Remy Ma. Y'all know who that is. Disrespecting her husband with a battle rapper, Easy the Block Captain, whatever. I don't know his name. I got a video on it, fellas, but I didn't want to upload a video because I had to go and do my my research. And Remy Ma be striking motherfuckers for putting her content out, her videos and shit out. You know what I'm saying? She be coming at motherfuckers and shit. So I said, nah, let me go ahead and just go ahead and get an image, upload the image. We're gonna talk about this shit, fellas. I did my research. And yes, allegedly, strongly, it's a strong alleged that Remy Ma, you know what I'm saying, did, she backdoor Papoose. After how many years she did in jail? Said Papoose rode, a couple years with her? Went up there to visit her, send money, had her kept her kids in her life, bringing her children to see her. Was there when she got out of prison, married her, knocked her up with, I think, a couple more children, one or two, I don't know. But they do have a child or two. They do have a bond. And a lot of guys will think that since this man sacrificed so much, giving his all to this woman, going to go visit, he didn't have to go visit her in prison. He didn't have to fuck with her on that level. He could have just, remained her manager or became her manager and kept it business. But he found in his mind, he found, and fellas, remember this, it's in his mind, in his world, he found a diamond in the rough. He just had to polish it up and everything would be good. That's what he thought. Like a lot of men think. But a lot of men don't come to the real grasp and grips of understanding that a woman has free will and choice, no matter you marry her or not, and whether you like it or not. You cannot control the wet box. If she want to put that wet box out here, man, to get it beat down, pound town and shit, she's going to do that. Ain't nothing you can do but simply dump her, walk away. Now, in a situation like this, fellas, this shocked the internet, I guess. I'm just now hearing about it, but the other day, I was trying to do it yesterday, but whoever's in Kansas City area already know what happened yesterday. Shit, we had a stupid bad storm. And it knocked out shit, the majority of motherfuckers' power. My shit got on within 5 or 6 hours. That was pretty quick to what they usually do. But that's cool. But by the time it came back on, it was like 7, 8 at night. I'm like, man, I'm winding down. I had things, had some shit lined up. So I'm like, man, let me go ahead and go over here and take something to Pound Town real quick, do my thing. Like every weekend. It never fails. And I'm gonna come back on the Sunday and hit them with some of this game. You know what I'm saying? They come in, they don't. Because I know motherfuckers watching football and this is not typically the time KC come through, but hey, catching on the back end, right? But back to the situation, back to the conversation at hand. Pat Poose set this woman up with reality TV show, guest appearances, cosmetic deals, branding deals from clothing, liquor, or whatnot. Put her in a URL circle to where she's getting paid to go on stage to, you know what I'm saying, really judge and contest the battle rappers or whatnot, right? And not only that, man, if you listen to Pat Poose and the way he talk, he speak the queen rhetoric heavy. He's too woke when it comes to certain things, you know what I'm saying? So I look at it like, okay, cool. You know, he's one of them dudes that got to be taught a lesson. He's one of them dudes that think that if you stick by a woman's side, if you do everything and above to create memories, family, and a longevity of existence between you and that woman, you're doing God's work. But you're not knowing you're doing the total opposite of God's work. You putting the ungrateful person in position who's going to turn around and bite you. And the reason why she's going to bite you is because we are human beings, fellas. We're barbaric, animalistic mentality minded type motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So we will cutthroat the next motherfucker out fast. Let's keep it real. We see it in business. You know, you guys see it in relationships. You know, you guys see it in the corporate world, work in you guys' workspace or whatnot. That's what people do. And for you to think that your woman will not backdoor you, you are ludicrous. You crazy. You off your rocking horse. Something wrong in your brain, fellas. You need to go ahead and get a scan, a CAT scan or whatnot, right? Something wrong with you. Because she's gonna see guys that she's highly attracted to and that she's highly into. Shouts out to DJ Academics. You know, I'm not tell you shouts out to him because I'm speaking on his name, but at the same time, I don't agree with what he was saying. I would never agree with that. He don't know women, fellas. He said himself, I could not see Remy Ma. I can't see Remy Ma. Stooping this low to fuck with this guy? And this is the guy on the other side of the screen, fellas, with the Philadelphia 76 skull cap on, right? He's supposed to be Easy the Block Captain, some freestyle battle rapper and whatnot, right? I don't know. I went back and saw the video. I seen Geechee Gotti getting on him. And I fucked with Geechee Gotti on the battle rap, man. I fucked with Loc, man. I fucked with this shit, man. But he up there shaming and all that shit, man. Telling, you know, he up there loose lip sync shit, man. He up there talking like a motherfucker. Got Remy all there, Remy looking like, damn, no, he ain't bringing all this shit up. What the fuck? Yeah. This shit made headlines. And some motherfuckers look at it, and some people look at it like, yeah, you wrong, man. Why would you do a motherfucker like this? But at the same time, you must look at the whole totality of women. She's going to do what the fuck she wants. And it's up to Pat Poose to let her go and not keep it real with her, and not take her in and not, you know, take it serious with her. Go ahead and dump her, man. Divorce her. Yeah, they married. For what my understanding is, they could be separated. Who knows what goes on with this side of their household. But DJ Academics, right? Let's get back to Academics. DJ Academics talking, no, man, I couldn't see her. What the fuck you mean you couldn't see her doing that? You crazy as a motherfucker. A woman can have everything she want from a guy. Everything she want materialistic wise. But if she ain't got the communication from him, if she ain't got the consistency from him, if he's not demonstrating and displaying masculinity, oh, she's backdooring him. She's going to creep out because she got to get it from somewhere. It's her nature to seek masculinity. It's her nature to seek dominance. And if she seek it out of a guy that's less than her man, she will do it. That's why she's on a date. They would say, I seen the video of her on a date with this dude at Red Lobster. Motherfuckers in the comment section, man, that's damn Red Lobster. What? This is Remy Ma. She should be used to Benny Hanna's and things of that sort. What the Red Lobster? Yeah, she'll go that far. She'll stoop that low. Yeah. She ate Red Lobster before. Though. Don't mean she got a few $1,000,000 and she won't go back to eating it, especially with a guy she's sexually attracted to. I'm sorry. His behavior, his demeanor, and everything probably could be totally different from Papoose. Who knows? When you starting to fall in and doing everything your woman wants you to do, speaking as if everything your woman wants you to speak, following her every lead, when you were the man at first and shit to turn around and switch, she's not gonna be sexually into you like that. That shit's gonna fade away. She's got to find it somewhere else, fellas. She can't stay stiff, standing still. She got to get it somewhere else. And if Easy the Block Captain battle rapped in her ear with that ear candy game, then she's going to go over there and fuck with Easy the Block Captain. In the tenements of the projects, a motherfucking house in the ghetto, she don't get banned. Shit, you sleep. A woman don't always necessarily step up. Shouts out to Academic once again. He said, usually women step up. Usually women date up, not down. You don't know women. Women will date up, and you talking to a guy, fellas, who came from prison with I ain't had nothing in my pocket but length. Sleeping in my mama's basement on the box spring. I will never forget it. Cramping my motherfucking back, but guess what? It felt better than that damn thin-ass little piece of shit cotton they give you in the joint. I was broke. I didn't have a dime. I'm fresh out. Chicks coming down there to my mom's house. BMWs, a Benz. One chick in a Hummer H3. Her man's, not the H2, a big silver type H2. Her man's H2. These chicks coming down there to pick me up. We swing in a hotel room. They mad and shit. Yeah, I ain't going to their house. I don't care about that. I'm getting it in with them. These chicks taking me out to eat. Buying me shoes and shit of that sort. Couple outfits, putting money in my pocket. And I'm fresh out the beam. With nothing but conversation and my Johnson in my hand, you dig? That's it. That's all I had was dick and bubble gum. I'm sorry. And guess what? They stooped down to me. And if you call that down, I seen myself as high as shit. You know, but you know, in the real world, you know, my money wasn't right. My money was stupid funny. I'm fresh out. I ain't been out 2 weeks or what. I'm fresh. I ain't get, you know, I ain't got a chance to really do interviews and shit for jobs. So you can call it stooping down from where they're coming from. Yeah, you can call it that. But in my world, I'm still high. I'm the shit. I'm high on the totem pole. And I was knocking the soul about them dudes as women. Real game, bro. That don't mean nothing. A woman will date down. She dates where she's comfortable at. She will give in to where it best suits her. Conversation, comfortability, your masculinity, you being assertive, dominant. You know how to take charge. Real shit. Guess what? She went to eat with the Easy to Block Captain dude at Red Lobster. You think that was her choice of a meal? No. That was Easy to Block Captain's choice, Red Lobster. He ain't on Benny Hanna's level yet. He's just a battle rap. He's probably just coming in doing his thing. Who knows? He can afford some Red Lobster. Let's go there. Guess what? Okay. And she followed him. She followed him. Went straight from there back to their spot or whatever. Got it in, did their thing. While motherfuckers is out here bitching and crying. And she's wrong for doing this shit to Papoose. Huh? My channel, fellas, is to open you guys' eyes to certain things in life, the things you cannot change. And like I said, when I did time, the serenity prayer is what held me afloat and kind of, you know, I was always afloat, but kind of changed me, you know, knowing that you got to know these things, fellas. I told myself, and this is on the coin of the serenity prayer. I say, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things, you know what I'm saying? The courage to change the things that I can, basically, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, if you're in control of something, you can change it. You only thing you can ask for is the courage, fellas, to change it. If you cannot change the things, then you must have the wisdom to know the difference. You get what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with a woman, you cannot change her. A lot of guys want to change and control a woman. You got to remember, bro, it's how you meet them. It's who you know of them from the jump. Now it's up to you when you carry them and bring them into your world. And if they come in tormenting, destroying, and disrespecting your world, then that's on you. He reached out to Remy Ma while she was in prison from alleged, I don't know, assault or whatever, something went on. She ended up doing some time. He reached out to her. He got at her. Not to say her situation made her a bad woman. Oh, no. You never know what happened in her situation. She probably needed to handle business. Who knows? I'm not judging that. But he reached out to her, wanted to help, wanted to support, stood there, and he was the ear to listen to all her pain, her suffering, her depression, her ups and downs, her setbacks in life, the things she's going through within the prison system. He was the shoulder for her to cry on. Then he brought her out, awarded her with his connections. She's in Love and Hip Hop, even though Remy had a album, a gold selling album. I had to do my research before she went to prison with that Lean Back and all that with Fat Joe and everything. She had that album. But her connections to the outside world wasn't as strong like Papoose. Papoose been around. A legend in the streets of battle rapping. A legend. His name touches everything. Radio station, A&R directors, producers, and they all know Papoose. So he got her out when she came home and connected him to his connections. She sucked it up from the branding to television shows, fashion, all the way up to the URL, fellas. The battle rapping scene. He put her there. He's cool with Smack. He's a battle rapper. He's one of the king of battle rapping. So you don't think he's cool with Smack? You goddamn right. Not Remy. Yeah, they know Remy. Remy represents New York. She represents the slums of New York from a woman's perspective. So yeah, they know Remy. But they know Papoose. They got the relationship with Papoose more than anything. And she turned around and started dating one of the battle rappers, the up-and-coming battle rappers. And the reason why, fellas, because you never know. Us, whoever listens to me, I like to bring the real. We don't know what's going on in their household. They probably don't even communicate right. And they're married, fellas, so we got to speak from a marriage perspective, not a boyfriend and girlfriend, not a pump and dump and a chick you just kicking it with. But this is a marriage couple. They actually folded under the vows of the law. So the communication may not be right. The sex may not be there. A lot of things may not be on par, up to par, and may not be, you know what I'm saying, where it's supposed to be. To where she looked to seek outside of her relationship. He may not have expected it to happen like that. It's obviously, it got to him. He's supposed to put hands and feet on Easy the Block Captain behind the rumors or behind the things he's heard with this guy doing with his wife. He said Papoose walked up in there and beat dude down, man. Allegedly, I don't know. I ain't seen the videos, none of that, but I'm hearing it strong. And then after that, she's seen on dates with the dude. She's at the battle rapping event with the guy and everything. So obviously the fight didn't do nothing. He went in there, wore his feelings on his sleeve, wore his heart on his sleeve, sipping, showing his ass, coming there fighting, caking over a chick that don't give a fuck about him no more. Ain't no way I'm going to disrupt and disrespect my image, my likeness, and my kindness by coming in there fighting a dude who's fucking with a chick that's not fucking with me anymore. I'll be damned. But this is how he went out. So he made headline news himself. He put himself there to do this kind of shit. When he should have just heard about it, checked his wife on it, seen how real it was, seen what was up, found out that the shit was 100. You out of here. I can't fuck with you. We done. And went to go file for divorce. That's all he had to do, and get the fuck away from her. Let her go do her. She's ran rogue in a relationship, fellas. Ain't nothing you can do. Let her go. And I know it hurts a lot of guys to know these things, man. Damn, I've been with this girl for this many years. I invested this much time and energy, finances, and all this. And she turned around and go and get piped out by a motherfucker that's less than me. That'll touch your ego, fella. Especially if you see yourself high up there on Mount Everest, you know what I'm saying? You know what you know, your capabilities, you know what you're about. You know what your money's about, you know how you grind, you know what type of man you are. And then she turn around and disrespect you with someone you see less than. We're not gonna say he's less than because we all human beings, but someone you see out of your eyes that's less than. Yeah, that'll hurt you. It'll make you feel some kind of way. It'll touch you, and that's understandable. But as you go along with life, fellas, you will know that you got to expect the unexpected. You got to go along in life knowing that you cannot put anything past nothing. Anything can transpire. Anything can happen in your life. That's why we teach, me and such guys such as myself, we teach to try to work on more so having a detachment than an attachment. And you won't be running around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to find out who's the enemy, all because your motherfucking wife backdoored you and crept out on you. When you simply can be a man and go and divorce her. Let her go. Push her where she want to go. She want to go to the streets and do what she do that way. Hey, bye. Holla. We're done. Ain't no coming back. I can't fuck with you. None of that. And they say Papoose daughter, he got other daughters, grown daughters or whatnot. And shit, they now they into it with Remy and they want to fight. It's all type of bullshit. You know, because Remy chose to do what Remy wanted to do. She slept with dude. Now, does that make her a snake in the situation? They're married, fellas. So when you're married to someone, yeah, it can be snaky. You can see it that way because they're married. Now, if they didn't announce their vows and went through all that shit, then it wouldn't be snaky. It'd be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Boyfriend, girlfriend, baby mama, baby daddy. Yeah, that's what it is. But they announced vows. They gave themselves into the law, into one another. So yeah, it's some snake shit. So Papoose, he had to learn a hard lesson. You know, that doesn't mean that all women are bad, fellas, because this woman here did him in. But what it do mean with all women is that when you jump out there and you put them in a position that they're not deserving or worthy of, then you should expect things like this to happen so it shouldn't hurt you as much. So when you put a woman in a position like this and she haven't demonstrated that she's worthy of being your woman 100%, she haven't shown you that she earned this position to be in, then you should go in a relationship with body armor on. Real game. She gonna get tagged up like a motherfucker, you dig? You can't do that. What have Remy done to show Papoose a side of her that he just couldn't resist? He just couldn't refuse. Like, I got to take this or leave it, and I'm gonna take it because she's just that 100 when it comes to my programming. What have she's done? Nothing, fellas, but gave him a child, and that's it. Everything else he put her in position with. Let's keep it fucking real. And she turned around and backstabbed him. Shouts out to Pedro, New Era Music in this bitch. What Pedro talking about? Facts. It fucks his ego. Tickled his ass, knowing his woman is fucking with someone lower than him. Yeah, that'll touch you. I was like that when I was a teenager trying to check the guy when I should have been checking my chick. Yeah, that's what you do. You check your chick. And when you check her, fellas, you don't check her violently. No. You check her in a way to let her know, look, This is black and white. This either this or. You get the fuck out of here, or you either stop with that. Now, if this, like I said, if this your chick and you see that you fucking with her like that, check her in a way. Either stop what the fuck you doing, or we done. Just that simple. Or you go and check her and dismiss her. I'm with the checking and then dismissing. I'm not with the giving you an ultimatum. Like either you do this and no, I don't. Now, if you're married, you might want to play it along that realm because you got marriage counseling, you got certain steps before you head to a divorce. So yeah, you want to play it along that realm. But if you're not married to a woman, she should already know not to play with me like that. Your ass is up out of here ASAP. I got no time to waste. And I'm not going to waste it. And that's real shit. But shouts out to Pedro, Real Game, for coming up in here, speaking that real shit, because he already know. A guy, fella, is going to naturally think to himself, especially if he is not well equipped to be a part of himself and love himself, he's going to naturally think to himself that it's him. Or I must not be shit. She gonna fuck with a motherfucker less than me. You'll start thinking down on yourself, but you're not really looking at the overall picture. The overall picture is not, it's not you, man. She did it for her. She wanted to feel good about herself by fucking with Easy the Block Captain. She didn't do this to piss Papoose off. What makes it look as if she's pissing Papoose off and she did this to go against Papoose is because she's with Papoose when this was done, when this shit happened. She's in a relationship. She's in a marriage with Papoose when this shit happened. But when she crept off and cheated, she crept off and cheated. She did that. She wanted to feel good about herself. She wanted that feeling in that moment. And it cost her relationship. It cost her marriage. It cost her seeing her man out there wallowing in the dirt and fighting motherfuckers behind her. Hell, she may like it, shit. It may boost her ego, right? But it put her in a situation to know that the grass may not be greener on the other side. I strongly doubt if Easy the Block Captain is going to marry her, knock her up, put her in position in certain places and areas that Papoose did. I strongly doubt that. But it's for her to learn that. It ain't for us to drill it in her head. It ain't up for us to shame her and beat her down with the shit. No, she going to have to learn that, fellas. And experience is the best teacher. You actually learning by experiencing, especially in the wrong way, is the best teacher because you know what not to do going forward. And this is what we're dealing with here. Yeah, Easy to Block Captain he might be the motherfucker that laid the motherfucking piss now. He might be putting it down on her. Who knows? He might giving her that certain euphoria that she's looking for over and over and over again. But how long does that last? It's only for a moment until she falls back into the stage of, fuck, I want to be taken serious. I need someone to marry me. I need someone to wife me. I can't just be running around doing this shit. I'm getting too older. She gonna fall into that stage. But fellas, they be in them stages, and you always got a simp or a sucker that's coming, take them out of them stages, take them serious, wipe them up, bring them in, polish them up. Yeah, I got me a trophy, yeah. And she turn around and fuck him over and do him in. Real shit. And then she back, well, she's out there again a year or two or whatever the case may be. Now she's back chilling. I need to be taken serious again. How many times will a woman do that over and over again before she find out that shit got a short life to it? That's for her to learn, fellas. Not for us to drill it in their heads. You know, we got to drill in them, you dig? Pizzipe, and that's it. That's it. I'm not in it to teach you. I'm not in it to mold you unless I see that it's beneficial to mold you. So you're going to have to get molded the hard way. You got to learn the hard way, just like men. We all human beings got to learn the hard way, especially if we go against the way that's been handed to us in a good fashion. She had a second chance. Here's Papoose right here, man. The dude took you to Oh man, he took you all across with different connections, man, and you turn around and do him like this. That should let you fellas know. You see, you guys see it in Hollywood. This is Hollywood. This is like Hollywood, like. Well, not Hollywood, but you get what they up there. So what makes you think this shit won't happen to you? It's going to happen to you, fellas. I don't care what you think or what you say. If you don't watch out and watch the woman that you fucking with or the women that you fucking with and know who you're dealing with, they're going to test you. Ain't no telling how many times Remy Ma tested Pat Poose and he failed so many times. We'd have seen him cry. Yeah, they had the marriage on TV. I'd have seen all before I did this video, fellas. I did my research. I went online, seen Love and Hip Hop clips. He's crying to her on the wedding, and oh my gosh, she's looking at him with the straight face, like damn, ain't no telling what's going through her head. This man crying to me, a woman. I should be the one crying to him. What the fuck? Y'all better start, man. Y'all dudes don't get it, man. These women think like that, dog. Why is he crying to me? Oh shit, he gonna fuck around, be weak in this relationship. Well, he got the bag, he got the connection, so I fuck with it. I put up with it until, and tell whatever, So she crept off with Easy the Block Captain, so easy and so sweet, fellas. She crept off with many others, so easy and so sweet. It just haven't came out like this. Trust me, that's how I go. This ain't no one-time thing, no amateur shit right here, fellas. This is something that women do, especially the face she was showing on that battle rapper stage when the rapper Geechee Gotti, shouts out to Geechee Gotti, when he was up there speaking to her. You know what I'm saying? With his freestyle and shit. She was looking like, damn. She was looking down. You should have seen her face, fellas. She was looking like, wow. Geechee Gotti called. He like, shit, your man beat him up. He put hands on him, and you gonna go fuck with this dude, this and that. He ain't less than. Your man rolled with you through the prison system, and then she know these things. This is what fucks me up, fellas. These women know these things. They know everything you have done for them. They know that, and they appreciate it at that time and that moment. But that time and that moment has passed. We on to the next 5, 10 seconds after you gave it to her, the time and the moment's passed. 5 or 10 seconds after you looked out for her and showed her a nice time and did all these things for her, that 5 and 10 seconds after that has passed. And if she's not into you, she don't respect you, she's on to what? To the next one. And that's real shit. And dudes like, damn, man, this dude's he's a small time battle rapper. He probably ain't even get $2,000 by a show, 1,500. He ain't getting it. What the fuck is she? What she fucking with? Yeah, shit. Must be out your motherfucking mind. Allegedly, like I said, allegedly, shit. It ain't a situation like this, but shit. Nicole Simpson, O.J. Simpson, ex-wife, shit. She was running around fucking with. Allegedly, she was fucking with drug dealers and shit. On OJ in his Ferrari, bringing it down in the hood and everything up in California, up in LA. That's what I'm hearing. Alleged. I've been heard that for years. OJ, they say OJ got fed up. And we know the history after that, right? But hey, that should let you know right then and there. Your status, your money, and who the fuck you are doesn't mean shit when she's ready to make her move. All that shit's behind. She don't think about none of that shit. She'll think about that shit sometime when you start bringing it up and crying and bitching about it. She'll think about it then. Right now, that ain't on her mind. What's on her mind is fucking with who she wants to fuck with, and that's what it is, fellas. That's why you cannot. I don't advocate. I'm not a man of advocating marriage and shit unless she's all the way suited for my goddamn program. Otherwise, we gonna keep it on a sexual tip. It's gonna stay there. It's gonna stay there until it dissipates. Somewhere, hey, shit, but it's gonna be there and it's gonna be what it is. And I'll be proud like that. I'm not quick to put a ring on a motherfucker's finger like that. I'm not quick to put that title out there. I'm not quick to bring them in and knock them up and want to create a family. try to do it the old-fashioned, traditional way because I feel like these things may work and keep us together and have a long life to it. I don't rock like that because I know we're human beings and we have a barbaric conscience. We're going to always be in position or be in a situation or even in thought matters of thinking for self, coming up and succeeding. And sometimes it may cause for you to cut throats and step over motherfuckers. Not literally cut, you get what I'm saying? Be shrewd and shady. You think that's just in the business world? No, that's in relationships, fellas. That's in friendships. That's in McDonald's and Burger King, motherfuckers is, yeah, that's everywhere you go. Shit, you must be crazy. Hold up. Pedro and this bitch, what'd he say? I've been at the ceremonies and seen men crying at the altar and the women straight face like Casey said. Maybe, bust a tiny ass tear. I could not do marriage. Is what do you say? Is it worth it in 2023, 2024, 2030? Me personally, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. It's only worth it, fellas. I said this to you before, Pedro. I'm gonna say this to everyone. I'm always saying it's only worth it, fellas, if you send her through that ringer of what they say, vetting her out and courting her out, whichever one you would, I don't be knowing, whatever name you put on. I call that motherfucker training. I send them through training, I test them and do shit. I do all, yeah, nigga, I test them. I send them through the training. I want to see who the fuck I'm dealing with, especially you up here screaming that you want me to be your man. You up here doing certain things, trying to demonstrate that you want me to take you in and take you serious. You about to go through some testing. Real shit. You about to invest into me. You about to do some shit to show me that you're down. And if we go into the marriage phase, there's no problem with that. No, not at all, because I know who I'm marrying. But you gonna test. I mean, you gonna go through these, you gonna go through some shit with me. And I'm not saying bad things. No, I don't send no woman through nothing bad. I don't disrespect them along the way. I will never, I don't rock like that. That's whole shit. No. But I got to test your generosity. I got to test your loyalty. I got to test your assistance-hood and see if you're good at certain things. See if you're good in taking directions and orders and shit. And like, you get what I'm saying, fellas. That's the test. And more, and so on. But it's nothing bad. It's nothing disrespectful. If you like me and love me like you say, you care like you say, then you should be able to hang and go through the programming, right? Of course, that's how they go. Other than that, fellas, I ain't with it. I ain't with the marriage. Other than what I just said, I'm not with it. Not at all. I'm sorry. I don't see nothing in it because it's not going to benefit me. It's going to benefit her. If you don't see it, everything I just said, fellas, if you don't see it that way, it is going to benefit her. No other way around. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. You can try to find a loophole, beat it around the bush. I'm telling you, if it don't go the way I just said, fellas, you're going to be in that motherfucker working for her. Trust me. Trust the fuck out of me, and that's real game. I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat and lie to you. I'm going to keep it 100. Shit. Lost Bubble Gus. I'm curious, what's your test, Casey, so I can have a blueprint on it when I'm ready? How long is your test last? Shit, I'm gonna give you a little something, the blueprint all the way. You got to go to the Patreon, that Mackin session for the blueprint all the way. That's where is it at. And those who are on my Mackin session knows that's where is it at. You're getting it all there. But the test, really, man, some people say a year, some people say a couple years, some people say 8 months, 6 months. I mean, to me, I give it about 8 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? 8 months to a year, her cooking for me, her, motherfucker, hey, look, I got something. Y'all look up there. I got the new Madden, you dig, and shit of that sort. Her putting more into me. Give it about 8 months to a year. Nothing's wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But my actual testing, you got to go to the Mackin session. But that's the long, I hit you with the long time length. The testing, I have to be breaking that down. You got to go to the Mackin session for that, bro. I can't just get at straight out like that, because that's game for your ass. Game is to be sold, not just to be told like that, Lost Bubble Guts. And I got love for you, Pedro, and everybody come up in this motherfucker. Trust me, man. But a brother got to get paid, man. And I ain't asking much, but $10 a month. Go to that Mackin session. Everything's over there. You got countless of videos. Pedro, no. Countless of videos. You know what I'm saying? On how to test them and how to run them through the ringer. Man, I'm telling you. Yeah, my way of doing it. Now, I can't speak on the next man, but my way. Yeah, go over there and check that out. You know? But that's much love to everybody for coming up in this bitch, man. You dig? Don't go out like Papoose, man. Don't you go out like that, man. Watch what you do before you lock them in, and watch the situation and circumstance, and pay attention to everything from the beginning, and ask yourself, am I willing to bring this into my fold or not? It all depends on you. Real game. Shouts out to Lost Bubble Guts and Pedro. I'm about to get out this motherfucker. Like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy the show. Fair use. The Cash App, Patreon, and the Rumble chat links are definitely in the chat. Cash App, Patreon, Rumble links are definitely in the chat. Give me up to 5 subscribers or better on Rumble. Get at me in the Gmail. RailsFargo12@gmail.com. Join me on Twitter, formerly known as, X, formerly known as Twitter, at KC_Red You dig? Holler at me in the Patreon. Much love for everybody for coming up in here. I'm about to get ready for this Chiefs game. Let's do this shit. Holla.